Let me at him!
Well, there it is. Hello, welcome to a map review of Silent Light's Shrine. So Shrine is the name of this map, and he says, Dear Witty, long-time viewer here with a melee map I made instead of studying. Hopefully my procrastination is, or procrastination rather, hasn't been a complete waste of time. Hope you'll take a look at it and maybe give it a review. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. Keep up the good work, Silent Light. So, shall we zoom out a little bit, just to get a grander scope of this map? It's looking pretty good so far. Let's be frank, I think you're all thinking it right now. You're going, this looks pretty solid. So let's have a look and see what the description is for this map. That's over here, scenario map description. Shrine is the name, and the description is, trolls and bandits seek to control the inner sanctum, turning it into a slaughterhouse for those not quick enough to escape, while kobolds have found something that best be left alone. A candle? Me find candle. At least the taverns are still open. Yeah, always got to look at the positive, haven't you? That's what it's all about, life. So let's zoom back in a little bit. It looks fantastic on first glance. I'm just going to say that, but I'm sure I can pick it apart. Let's have a look at player one's red position. This is funky. A few odd trees. I'm not sure what that's for. I'm not knocking it, but it does put me off. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You make your own decision there. I prefer all my trees to be green if they're going to be that way. Otherwise, what's the deal with those trees? They're suspicious to me. So, typically this map might be looked at as probably a 2 versus 2 map, since it seems to be pretty large for a 1 versus 1, but there's nothing to stop it from being a 1 versus 1 map, to be frank with you. I think you could get away with this being 1 versus 1, but probably more likely to be 2 versus 2. It's really in between, so it's kind of a niche there, so I'm not sure how to angle my review other than looking at it from both aspects perhaps. So here we go. This is your starting position. You've got a big old creep, which is what you need in these positions, just in case for some reason there's a free player free for all or something like that. I don't know. If you want to play it that way, you can do it, and the creeps are there to allow it. So a level 5 charged item, that's fine for such a big lad such as that. You're not likely to come across these creeps, so I think they're fine as they are. Level 23, big old red creep camp. So if we were to think, oh well, if I was to creep towards my gold one, I'd go this way. So the main base layout is a little bit claustrophobic, so to speak. You've got 2 different ways to exit, but you've got this ramp here which allows you to sort of like feel nice and secure inside your base, which works on certain maps, and we'll see whether I like it. But personally, I don't like there being a ramp at the start of a base. That feels much more like a StarCraft 2 thing. But let's move on over to our green camp here, which is a total of 4, which is nice, and it's a crappy mud golem. Drops a level 1 power-up item, so he's going to be a bit of a nuisance, but quick enough to kill. Then you've got an orange creek camp nearby, which is quite more tricky, a level 11 with a rock golem. He better drop something sweet, level 2 item. A level 2 item, huh? Interesting. It's not a level 2 random item or such, it could be a level 2 power-up item. I wonder how that works. Random level 2 item. So it could be just a power-up item, or you could get a level 2 permanent item, which is claws of attack plus 6. There's a big difference between the two there, dropping. So, interesting. I assume that works the way I think it does. And this guy drops a definite level 2 power-up item. So, yeah. Probably not in a rush to go and creep this, to be honest. Not anytime soon. The rock formation here is funky, but needs to make a bit more sense, to be honest with you. That looks a little bit wrong. Probably want to be a bit more delicate with your placement of doodads, I would suggest. If I was being highly critical here. I like how the rocks kind of fit in with the theme here. Mud golem, rock golem, and rocky doodads around here. Just need to be a bit more delicate if you were to sort of like tighten up this map a bit more for critical review, so to speak. So your creep, well, your expansion potentially
Righto.
is a red creep camp, which does make me think that this is perhaps a 2 versus 2 map, because that's your natural expansion essentially. Otherwise you've got to go towards the middle, and it's a big red creek camp, which is a what? Let's have a look. Level 23 in total, that's very, very strong. A level 9 Granite Golem is not easy to creep, but he does drop a level 5 permanent item, and that's huge. So basically you want to mass up a whole ton of fiends, both of you, both go undead and win the game. And get yourself any of these awesome items, because they're pretty much amazing. So yes, that's a very tough creep camp. But it does guard a gold mine. So there's no way a solo player is going to do that anytime soon, unless they're using some sort of exploit. So a solo player, assumably, would have to come over here. Militia could probably come down to here, to here, to here, and then they'd really be starting to run out of juice as they get to this point. So by the time they get round here, they won't really be able to fast creep this. So this is a problem for human players. And it's the same sort of deal for around here. Human players will suffer on this map in a 1 versus 1 scenario. So I think I will start turning my attention towards it being a 2 versus 2 now. And that way, both of you can't have an expansion. One of you, if you both want an expansion, is going to have to move towards the middle, which is going to cause a bit of aggression on the map. Over here we've got Mercenary Creep Camp. That's awesome. It looks quite good, but nothing drops out of these guys. So it's level 14. Looks pretty neat. Pretty much as accurate as it needs to be. A couple of annoying priests. Typically there's only one priest, but they're quick enough to kill that they aren't a problem if there's 2 of them, so to speak. And access to the shop. I quite like this. Trees nearby. Night Elves can drop an ancient and creep this quite comfortably. In fact, this is a really good creep camp for Night Elf, to be honest. It's not too far outside of their main base. They can creep this and perhaps... Actually, they can't go too far past that point unless they want to move over to the laboratory over here. Which again doesn't drop anything. It's level 15 in total, so basically relatively the same level of strength as this creep camp, just slightly different mobs. And again has trees. I like the pathways though. You've got these sort of like roads that give players an indication as to which direction they can take, and you can go many different ways, which is quite neat to see. So that works for me, and I realised I just messed up there. I didn't have the information display on. They do drop items. My apologies. This guy drops a level 2 permanent item, so that's Claws of Attack plus 6. Or not necessarily just that, Circlet Nobility, all that kind of stuff. And level 3 charged item, which is pretty damn good. It's like Greater Healing Potion and all that kind of stuff. That's permanent. That's charged. So yeah, you get your potions and all that kind of good stuff. Permanent, yes, Circuit Nobility. So yes, sorry, apologies. They do drop items, that's perfectly fine. Those items are quite suitable for the mobs that are dropping them, as well as the precision and the creep level around. So this is level 4 Troll Priest. He's not that easy to kill, 450 health. He's got Inner Fire, and he can heal himself, so you can't nuke him down that easily. And this guy is a Berserker with 450 health, so again, quite tough. So the creeps make sense. It's not very easy for an Orc Blade Master to sort of snipe down and get away with murder. Now here's a really easy creep camp below your main base. A green camp, which has a total of 3. So a bunch of level 1 wizards that just couldn't make it to the academy, really, or couldn't get very far. I like this little setting here though. This kind of reminds me of Campaign, but obviously has a large area, enough for orcs to sort of have a battle outside of someone's base or to put pressure towards someone's base, and at the same time you've got pathways to sort of go in and out and around, because these doodads will act as blockers. I don't think these buildings are destructible. That'd be cool if there were. That's one of the things that Warcraft 3 misses a little bit more, and I'm grateful that they have trees that basically can be destroyed, because trees allow you to sort of like mix up how a game is played out, potentially on certain maps, like Flame Strike, Force of Nature. You can kind of really change the pace of a map, and I think Warcraft 3 would really benefit from more stuff like that. So I've always liked the idea of people messing around with these kind of city village style doodads, such as the houses, but having the houses be destructible or something, and perhaps they were blocking. This is just me going off on a ramble here, but having the houses blocked like access to something, and then you can destroy them, just like rocks. I mean, they did introduce the rocks in the Frozen Throne, but it didn't really work out that well in my opinion. Most of the maps that had rocks in the Frozen Throne weren't particularly popular because of them. So that did fall by the wayside, but that's mostly because the rocks took too damn long to kill, or just more of a nuisance. So, okay, maybe I'm wrong there. You make your decision up there. Perhaps destructible buildings might not be the best thing. I just like the idea of destroying these, that's all. Okay, so these creeps definitely don't seem to drop anything. I'm swapping around here, so that's one set of creeps that don't. And they're level 15 in total, which is a bit of a pain. And a Renegade Wizard is definitely the kind of guy you'd expect to drop something. This is where a Blade Master would come. To be fair, if you were to give him an item to drop, I wouldn't suggest anything too powerful. It would need to be something almost crappy. I don't like the idea of him dropping something crappy. Yeah. The reason why I say this is because Blade Master would have a field day. If this was a level 2 permanent item or higher, this would be a mistake. Because this guy can be pretty easily sniped by a Blade Master. He wind walks over, sells his town portal, buys a circlet, can pretty much kill this guy and probably drop down to half health, and then he can get a really awesome item. A level 2 permanent item isn't the worst case scenario for a Blade Master. It could end up being a ring of protection, but again, if we're looking at this from a 2 versus 2 perspective, I think I'm going to allow this and change it to a level 2 permanent item. I think I will do that actually. On this occasion, level 2 permanent item, and this guy can drop. Ah, I keep getting that wrong. Level 2 power up item. So yeah, he can drop that and he can drop this. And then you've got access to the shop as well. So I'm okay with that if we're looking at this from a 2 versus 2. And if it is 1 versus 1, there's only going to be 2 of these potential spots. You need to be I prefer my creeps to basically be kind of symmetrical, so if you, like for example here, what I would do with these is I would go like this, boom boom, chuck that, move this over here, do that, go like that, kind of go like that. So I prefer to have, like, if the Archmage is going to be at the back on one side, he needs to be on the back on the other side, okay? That's just how I prefer that to be done, myself. Because it feels a little bit different. And, I don't know, that kind of bugs me a little bit. When it comes to creeps, it's really important that it's as symmetrical as possible, because that way one player doesn't have an advantage. Anyway, the taverns are available, and they are open as the map suggests, and they are in between the players. So wherever you spawn, you definitely get an access to a tavern. I'm always looking at this from the point of view that this player 1 and player 2 spawning together, but the map could be built in such a way that perhaps it's left side versus right side and top side versus bottom side, and it's different every game. And that would just change it ever so slightly, because that way you'll have access to the Goblin Laboratory and maybe the expansion together, or perhaps you spawn on the left hand side and then you don't get access to that natural expansion, and that's in between the players. So I really like the idea of having it so it's a variety style and you've not got a fixed location when you begin the map. So taverns in a fine place. I love the trees, just like the pathway, allowing players options. That's what pathways do. They can come around here, they can go in here, they can go through here. There's loads of options there. It's fantastic. It's really nice. Over here we've got some more creeps, and there's a total of level 11. I imagine they're not going to drop much impressive. Level 1 permanent item. You got your items pretty much smack on, to be honest. This guy should only drop a level 1 charged item. Maybe a level 2 charged, a level 2 charged item, or a level 1 permanent item. Nothing more than that. And these guys don't actually drop anything at all, so I'm not sure if that's... Maybe just give these guys the level 2 charged item. Okay, that didn't work. There we go. So this guy drops the level 2 charged item. This guy drops the level 1. And they're close enough that you could sort of know, if you're in this position, that you want to go for that one, if you want a level 1 permanent item, and fight the top player for it. It's not going to kill you to do that, so I think that's fine. Let's have a look on this side. Ah. So you just missed one. So you got level 1 permanent item on all of them. So let's have this guy at the top drop a level 2 charged item. So you got the guy top right dropping level 2 charge, bottom left level 2 charged, top left level 1 permanent item, and bottom right level 1 permanent item. So let's do it that way. I'm going to save your map. and I have to add this to my bot afterwards. And then you've got the green camp as usual, and everything else has been covered on the top side. So what we'll do is we'll move towards the inside now, and the expansions, which look really fantastic. Again, it's a little bit tight. Like, you imagine a town hall. That's going to have to fit there. It's quite easy to defend, I think. If you got a building up here, a couple of towers near the back, people are going to have to come up a ramp. They won't be able to see anything until they get past the ramp, and when they get past the ramp, it might be too late and they could be getting hit by a tower built here or here. So getting an expansion is quite secure for here. So I think these gold mines, if they were 10,000 gold, would probably be about the right amount. But I'm not an expert with that kind of stuff, so I'm just kind of pulling that stuff out of my ass a little bit. 12,500 gold, no more than that, to be honest. So I'll leave it at 12,500, and that's fine. That guy is still at 12,500, isn't it? Yes. So let's have a look at these creeps. Okay. Level 3 permanent item. Yes, now we're talking a little bit more. Level 2 power-up item. Level 16 in total. Now this is where I'm going with my Blade Master. 500 health. And a level 3 permanent item. I think he's pretty killable, to be honest, with a Blade Master. It's going to hurt, but I think he could do it. And the problem probably is that you've got 4 of these. Now, whilst I like having a lot of powerful items, it can get out of control. So what I would probably do is drop this. I don't want too many crappy items, because to be fair, you've been good and strict on the items that can drop here. So if I knock that down, it does need to be a level 3 permanent item, but what it needs to be is on a more powerful creep. So you can get that level 3 permanent item, but my goodness, you're going to have to work your ass off for it. So that is the Enforcer, isn't it? Yeah. So let's have a look for neutral passive. Rather neutral aggressive. Hostile, more like that. Just trying to think of a creep that isn't that easy to kill. Taskmaster's a bit more of a pain in the ass. 650 health, and he has Bash and Command Aura. It doesn't necessarily make that much sense. You do have the kobolds and the rocky bits, so I don't really want to mess your map up too much, because they are quite well themed, to be honest. The kobolds look like they would be in those positions. The trolls are sort of like guarding the camps, so to speak, and the humans are towards the middle. I quite like how that looks. Oh, Sexy Time's making a point that he doesn't see any critters. That's true. I don't think I spotted any critters either. That's a good point. You have to put critters in the map, otherwise undead are really going to suffer. So I'll work on that in a second. Let's have a look. So I did create a little... I want this guy to drop the level 3 permanent item, because he is tougher. He's harder to bring down. Much, much harder for a Blade Master to bring down. You will pay the price if you do it. So I will do this. Even though the kobolds might not necessarily make perfect sense here, or... We are getting a little bit troll heavy, but I think the troll warlord is probably the best guy, because he's a real pain in the ass, and a level 3 permanent item is pretty damn powerful, potentially. It doesn't sound very high, level 3, but trust me, it can be game breaking, the level 3 permanent items. Some really good stuff. Pretty much all of it, apart from the ring of protection, is good. I didn't want that. So we'll go with that.
Righto.
And what have we got here? Level 2 power-up item. So we'll go, again, a little bit crazy on the trolls. There is a lot of wood. That's probably more wood than you would normally get in a spawning position. So the only way to... I don't like this ramp. I would prefer to have the ramp sort of pulled down, like not even exist here, and then pull this gold mine like over here, and just have this more open at the front, allowing players a bit more options to get inside the base. But I'm not going to do too much editing here, otherwise I'm changing everything, and it doesn't really need to be changed because it's a pretty good map otherwise. So what have we got here? That's level 17, that seems about right. So we'll go with that. Yeah, that looks quite good to me. You can drop the level 2 power-up item. And this guy can drop a level 1 power-up item as well. That's mostly just a little compensation for the fact that a level 3 permanent item might not necessarily be regarded as that powerful, but you're getting access to a gold mine, and trust me, it's strong. And this guy, he's tough. 750 health. He's not easy to bring down, and these guys will basically punish any units that are trying to creep this, and this Blade Master can't solo that, so what we'll do is we'll get rid of these, get rid of these, get rid of these. Feel free to change this map, Silent Light, based on my recommendations or not, and issue it to me. We'll see what we can do. That to the middle, that to the back, so that to the back, that to the left. Chook, 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 chook. I'm only going to do this somewhat quicker. I'm not going to perfect this like I would if it was properly my own map, but you get the idea. That to the back, that to the that, that to the that, that to that, that that that. Get there, get there, get there, get there. There we go, that's more or less right. So yeah, I like how that's looking. Let's have a look here. Oh, okay, these green camps in the middle don't drop anything, and the two at the top have the 200 acquisition range, which means they don't aggro very much, which is probably good because they're by a gold mine. If they have 500 acquisition range, you might get some strange aggro issues. If you're creeping up here, these guys might come round. It happens a lot on Marketplace when you're aggroing. Well, it's really annoying actually. If you go and try to fight the Bandit Lord, you know, the guy that drops the level 6 Infernal, potentially, on Marketplace, you get aggro from the Rock Golem, or rather the annoying wizards below, and it's a real pain in the butt. So if you're going to have these guys, that's fine. They're only level 6. They don't even have to drop an item. They could just be additional creeps for you to do. And you're aware that these exist, so if you want to go through here, you're going to have to work your way through them. But I think you should only maybe have 3 of them, and not 4, because 3 just makes it a smaller number. Think of it like Lost Temple, where there's 3 gnolls sort of like guarding the outer perimeter of the middle section, and you can at least get past 3. 4 feels like it's a little bit too much, so 3 sort of allows you to sort of like walk past them, and you get aggro. They annoy you, but that's fine. And we don't want a melee one, really. We want all ranged. I think they should all be ranged, because that way, hang on a second, if they're ranged, then they'll just attack you at range. I know that sounds obvious, but melee ones kind of get clunky and block you a little bit, whereas ranged ones will attack you and your units will still be able to pass, so you won't get too sort of blocked by ranged ones, as opposed to melee ones, which will basically probably get in your way and possibly cost you the game if you made the mistake of walking into them. That's your mistake, but at the same time, I don't like stuff that's going to cost you too much just because of one small mistake. It's bullshit. This dude really wants to get in the way. Okay. And then in the middle, the pièce de résistance. That was a strange way of saying it. Looks really awesome. Now, the ramp here is perfectly fine. You're leading to a marketplace. It's a scary place to be. It's a big place to be, and you better work your ass off to get this cracked, because it looks like a bit of hard work. Level 28. So that's 2 troll warlords with some badass healers. I think those are level 4 priests, so they're not easy to bring down, and then just nasty berserkers. And these dudes, level 5 charged item and a level 4 charged item. So you're going to get a Book of the Dead from the level 4 charged item, Anchor Reincarnation, Healing Ward, some cool stuff there. And level 5 charged item is really powerful. That's like the strong invulnerability one as well. Oh no, It's not. It's even stronger than that, actually. Yeah, that's really, really strong. Potion of Divinity, Restoration, Drake Egg, Scroll of Restoration. God, it's such a big difference. Spiked Collar, Stone Token, and Talisman of the Wild. So, wow, this middle spot. Well, I say pot almost like an accidental mistake. That kind of makes sense because that is a bit of a gold pot to get this. Jeez, this is pretty crazy. I don't know, there's too much. I don't want to nerf it too much. Maybe just have the one guy dropping a level 5 charged item. And knock this guy to like a level 3 permanent item or level 2 permanent item. That seems like a bit of a harsh nerf, but trust me, the level 5 charged item is pretty cool.
Righto.
I don't know if I'm nerfing it too much because it is 28 levels. So I don't know if I'm nerfing that too much. How about we knock this to a level 3 charged item? There's a lot of items in the middle because... and a level 2 permanent item. I don't know, it's just a little compensation for nerfing that 4 item. You could say I'm making it seem more powerful with what I'm dropping there, but yeah, it is level 28 in total. It's hard to make a decision on this one, to be honest. Sexitan's saying this spot can be killed by a 5 defended footman and an archmage. But to be fair, who's going to do that? And who's going to get away with that? Seriously. That's a bit of a risk to take. Like, you're going all the way out of your way to the middle of the map just to do that. I mean, yeah, you get the super powerful stuff. Okay, why don't we do this then? Because if you're going to have really powerful items, you need to put mobs that support those creeps that drop those items to be really freaking annoying. Now, which mobs are we talking about? We're talking about this guy right here. The kobolds, they're going to work with the trolls on this one. They might not look like they fit in exactly right, but trust me, these guys put slow on you. That makes a big difference, that does. And if you want a melee creep, how about get rid of this? I feel like the bandit lords should really be in here, actually, thinking about it. This should be the bandit lord's terrain. We got enough bloody trolls. So let's make it the bandit lord's terrain. And he can drop the powerful level 5 item. Do you mind? So the bandit lord drops that. Then you got the enforcers, 2 of those. Then you got the assassins because they do the poison, 2 of those. And then we got some crappy brigands as well. How about that? Sorry, I don't mean to be changing your map so much because honestly I really like this map. It just needs a bit more work on it. So let's have a look here. So the bandit lord can come down here. I don't know, it just makes more sense that he's facing the bottom. And we can have the assassins closer to the bandit lord. So if players attack from the top, they're going to get kind of screwed, but whatever. Let's have this like that. They're a bit close to it. Closer than they really should be, so you space them out a little bit. There you go. So these guys poison you, so you're definitely going to get some punishment there. It's level 29, so it's very similar. And this guy is a real pain in the arse, so if he's going to drop the level 5 charged item, it better be good. So here we go. You can drop a level 2 charged item. And you can drop the level 3. Or was it a level 2 permanent item? Let's go level 2 permanent item as well. Splash out a little bit. Quite generous here. These guys, because I can drop a level 1 power up item. Because that doesn't really do much, but it's nice and funky to pick that up. Boom. I mean, you could switch them to 500 acquisition range, but if you're coming up the ramp, you want them to be quite quiet. Anywho, I think this is it. I mean, let's have a look at the aesthetics here. It's a bit dark here. It's almost like a hellish kind of surrounding here. Don't know why these humans want to guard this area. It looks a bit evil, but I suppose maybe they are evil. And there you go. I mean, if I wanted to, perhaps it's always nice to have something drop rather than nothing. So screw it. The littlest thing you can drop is like a level 1 power up item. It's just like a little nice thing to drop. So let's do that. Give them one of those. And there we go. There is your map. The bases and the expansions are a little bit claustrophobic and perhaps a little heavily guarded by the ramps. So it kind of works in the middle, I think. Maybe it works more in the main base and not so much in the middle. It's really hard to make an executive decision on that one, so I don't really want to change them. And you guys can let me know what you guys think. But otherwise, the overall aesthetics of this map are fantastic. And the map is quite different in a lot of ways. It fits the bill with the laboratory, the shop, the mercenary camp, and a cool marketplace in the middle, as well as potential expansions all over the place. So it really works. But where it differs is this huge red gold mine in between the two players. Let's think about this gold mine. Let's knock that up to 1500 gold, because that's like the solid gold mine. Okay, let's do this actually. Let's mix it up. These gold mines are going to be 1500 gold, the ones that are more secure, so to speak, and the ones in the middle will be 10,000 gold. So if you do get these ones in the middle, which there are plenty of gold mines to be honest, you're not going to get them for that long. So I quite like this map, to be honest with you, for a free-for-all. You know how there's some 4-player free-for-all maps? This map honestly looks like it would be the best suited, not for 1 versus 1, not for 2 versus 2, but for free-for-all. A 4-player free-for-all. I think that's where this map looks like it suits it the best. This really looks like the perfect map for it. And I'm going to save it right now. Again, Silent Light, if you want to go back on any of the changes I've made, or you want the changes that I've made, I can send that version over to you. Just email me when this comes through. And yeah, you guys let me know what you think. I'm going to soon write out so you can get one last look at the map, the grand scheme of it. So just to refresh a little bit here, we've got your natural spawning positions, the big ass gold mines, the smaller gold mines in the middle, shop here, laboratory here and here, so shop, laboratory, and there's a lot of mercenary camps, 4 mercenary camps, so Night Elves could really go to town on this. And then the positions in between the players are nice, large and open, enough for Orc, but there's enough little pathways for players to take that make it feel like it's a lived-in area. And again, the same for the top spot. You've got these long paths, but they're not too long. And then this middle bit, sort of like, again, loads of pathways and some awesome stuff to do in the middle there with the marketplace. There you go. I think this is pretty awesome. Really well done there, Silent Light. Again, just touch up these rocks a little bit and you've almost got it perfect. Sweet. Alright then, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this map review, and hopefully we'll get to try it out a bit later. Take care. Well, there it is. Let's give Shrine a go. We're going to play this as a 2 versus 2 because free-for-all could potentially go on forever, and I'm really tired. So we're going to stick to the 2 versus 2 meta that this map also has a potential for. So looks like bottom positions. So I'm going to build over here and block this. When you're in the game, everything seems a lot bigger. Obviously, like this whole area. When looking at it from before as a map editor perspective, it seemed way smaller. It's actually not that small. It's pretty good though. It's pretty reasonable size, to be honest, for a starting area. Like I can build all of my buildings here and still have a gap here. That's what I'll go for, I think. These guys need to start try hard in the gold mine. It's the race to the middle. Can we get to the middle? Is the middle even doable? Get enough range units, maybe. Should switch to riflemen. I'm kind of building for footmen now at the moment. So, shop on the left-hand side, mercenary camp, tempting. These creeps were made a bit trickier because of the troll warlords. A lot of the green camps are like free kills though, like they're 0 threat whatsoever. So it's not such a bad idea to try to do those, because you basically need to take no damage trying to do those. So you get to kill those with no threat whatsoever, basically. Anything higher than the green is actually going to provide a threat, although the cobalt green weren't too good. Green in the middle were easy, and these orange camps here weren't too threatening either, so they could be doable. Green, orange, orange. Ah, top left one. Was the top right one? I think the top left one is the permanent item, and the bottom left one is the charged item, if I remember correctly. I probably want the permanent item over the charged item. Thinking about it. There's a nice easy creek camp. So I think we'll settle for that early on. I'm certainly not getting a fast expansion as human, because I dictated earlier why that's a problem. So we're not going to concentrate too much on the peasants.
This had better be ready for action. I can hardly wait. Say the word. What do you need? Get on. Well, you require my assistance. Well,
Yes, my lord.
Don't know if I'm going to make my switch towards riflemen or not, actually. Footmen are going to be quite solid here, and I think I might go for the whole tier 2 caster thing.
say the word. Well, get on.
Was the shot worthwhile? I can't remember. This in-game, these houses look like they need a bit of foliage around or doodads or something like that. This guy didn't drop anything worthwhile, did he, actually? If I remember. He was like one of the ones that wasn't that great. So I'm actually going to skip him, I think. Let's get this tech going, if we can.
Yes, my liege. I can hardly wait. Orders. Aye. Well, yes, my liege.
And you're the one that dropped something juicy, I think.
Say the word. Yes, my liege. Say the word. Yes, my liege. Say the word.
Ah, it was the level 1 permanent item. It's a pretty good one. Because it's the Mantle of Intelligence, and that works quite nicely for my Archmage. Might go and check their mercenary camp, because there's a possibility they're creeping it, and if not, then I might creep it. Steal some experience and get a troll berserker whilst I'm at it. Oh no! It's not the troll camp that I thought it was. Interesting. But I can get an assassin. Poor footman. Let's get a oh, never mind. I need a farm first. Then we'll get our hunter as well. Being somewhat aggressive on their side. Risking it for the biscuit. Creeping their stuff. I can now abuse the raider in snare. Tech is still going through quite nicely here. Level 2 water elementals, stepping it up a plate. Ah, nice strong invulnerability potion. Should be in a rush to have to use that though. Possibility to get a shredder. I'll take it. See if we can do the middle with the shredder actually. That's a temptation. Or we could do this. Hello, Hassan. I know your archers must be here somewhere. How could they not be? You must still have your archer army here somewhere. Fortunately, I can't reveal. It's pull back, send the injured footman to the back though. Everything's still alive. Nice. Now you can pull back. Tech is complete. Oh, they're all going for expansions over here. I could really do with a strong heal. I got that healing at the base, but I can't really get to it. Need a shop. Maybe get to the shop, to be honest, so I can get scroll healing. That's going to go a long way. Ah. Shit, you're Death Knight, and I'm blocking the shit out of him. Fuck. Okay, I just got to get back. I'm just going to lose everything otherwise in this run back.
What is it now? What do you need? Well? Orders. All right, who wants some? What is it now? Research complete. You require my assistance?
Job done.
Well? Wait till you see me in action. What is it now?
More work.
There's someone up.
Oh, I can't teleport. I can't keep spending gold on that. That's a real suicidal move by Blades there. Gotta go recheck on the potential expansion they took. Nope. Oh yes. Here we go. Really trying for that expansion, huh? Let's try the other one as well. No. Not so much on that one. If you can keep them busy down there, I might just be able to do a few cheeky shenanigans here.
On my way. Well? Give me something to do. You require my assistance? Wait till you see me in action. Well?
More work.
Research complete. Give me something to do. You require my assistance? Give me something to do. What's that? Wait till you see me in action. Moving. Aye. Wait till you see me in action.
Oh, Potion of Divinity, pretty good, but it's not as good as like the stone token or whatever. I suppose it depends on how powerful my heroes get.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. What? More work.
Brilliant.
Job done.
Pretty good items. Nothing spectacular though.
What is it now? Is my aid required? Well,
Careful you guys, don't want to aggro those trolls, but you might end up doing it. Not entirely sure whether the aggro will go off on that.
you require my assistance? What is it? Wait till you see me in action. Aye,
More work.
Ah, these guys came in from a different angle. That's cool to see. Undead Imbalance pushing forward over here. Nice to see. I got a really nice sort of mixed army here. I can get 2 sentry wards like here. Oh, lovely item there for the Mountain King. Really want to get a shop in the middle as well, just for the Archmage. because I know he could benefit a lot from
Job done.
these items. Pretty good actually. Land King should be tanky as Fook if I give him a ring of protection. That's my train of thought. Maybe we do this camp over here after you finish splunging on whatever units you want. Because that's the only other place they're going to have an expansion otherwise. And they seem pretty desperate to try and get an expansion secured. This could be worse. Oh, hello. Yeah, they really did want that expansion. Managed to creep it. Oh, you going back to defend? Keeps going on your acolytes, does he? Get a sentry ward here. Get the fission where it's needed. They've crept a lot of stuff, to be honest, so they should be quite powerful on the hero level. I'll do what damage I can here. I just saw, because of the sentry ward, that he's teleporting back, so I got that fission quite early.
Wait till you see me in action. Give me something to do.
What ails you? Is someone injured? What ails you?
Wait till you see me in action. Aye. Wait till you see me in action. Give me something to do. Wait till you see me in action. Aye. Give me something to do. Under attack. Aye. Wait till you see me in action. Brilliant.
Yeah, I know. I'm going for tanks. They're going to take a while to go through though.
Yes, my lord.
Is my aid required? I come
Wait
with
till you see
vengeance.
me in
What
action.
ails you?
Our town is under siege.
Job done.
Okay, that expansion's gone.
Our allied town is under siege.
What?
Aye.
More work?
Aye. Our allied town is under siege. Our town is under siege.
Righto. Off I go then.
Goes Hippo Riders a lot. They give a lot of flexibility. They're very annoying like that. We should just push regardless of whether he goes to my base or his base or what. Yeah, he'll go to my base. He's got Hippo Riders. They got tons of flexibility. Like, it's really hard to beat Hippo Riders. Basically, you won't. So we're just going to have to base race this.
Job done.
And basically, they're going to get both of our bases, by the looks of it. So this might be over. Despite how awesome tanks are.
Aye. Moving. Our town is under siege. Wait till you see me in action.
Job done.
Forces are under attack.
More work?
Give me something to do.
That's my steam tank's gone pretty much. Not much I can do about that. Always cut down before I can really get as strong as I need to get. I've pretty much got the most eclectic mix of units that I should probably build this game anyway. So I can't really do much more on that front. And steam tanks are a bit of a cheap versus undead. So I think this is pretty much GG. I don't think we can beat this team. Because we're losing the base race anyway because of them having steam tanks.
Let's get to fight. On. Gotta go. Hello. You. Move your ass. Move on.
Job done.
Gotta go. Me too. You made the right choice.
The only way we can fight, we just need to have like a fight with them and kill all their units, but look at all this. It's too much. We need more morts and I'm out of the game, basically.
What is it?
Town is under siege.
We're going to have no building. They're just going to win because of buildings being destroyed. Hippo Riders. Hassan does that every game because he knows it's like the most flexible, easy unit. So I really don't... This is part of the reason why I don't like playing against him, because he does that shit, and unfortunately... Grim's done a fine job, but it's not going to compete unless he's got web. Hopefully he's got web.
Yes, my friend.
Air better not be winning again. Bloody air units.
Someone injured.
Too damn fucking good in this game. Well, we're going to need it.
Right away. What is?
Wait till you see me in action. Wait till you see me in action. Under siege. Well? Aye. Wait till you see me in action. Well? Give me something. Show us a target. Wait till you see me in action. Our town is under siege.
As you wish.
Show us a target. Give me something. Hello.
What is it now?
Is someone injured?
Let's get to fighting. Perfect. Our town is under
Require
siege.
my assistance?
Give me something.
I am your servant.
What is
Wait
it
till
now?
you see me in action.
Well,
Show us a target. Aye.
what is it now?
Wait till you see me in
Require my
action.
assistance?
Aye. Our town is under siege. Perfect.
What ails?
Wait till you see me in action. Let's get to fighting.
Mess someone up. Of course.
Give me something. Hello. Wait till you see me in action.
Good position here. Just try and hold this for as long as possible.
Let's get to fighting.
Need to punish those Hippo Riders because that's what's going to win them the game.
I am your servant.
Let's get to fighting.
What
Wait till you see me in action. I'm coming through. Brilliant. Show us a target. Aye. Give me something.
Still looking pretty solid.
Wait till you see me in action. Show us a target.
But the tanks are always going to be the problem. Yeah, I would build buildings, but I'm stuck. 34 food.
Under siege. Wait till you see me in action.
What is it now?
Yes,
Show us a target. Wait till you see me in action. Aye. On hard, hold on.
is someone injured?
Wait till you see me in action. Hello. What is it? Show us a under siege. Show us a target. Give me something to do. Forces are under attack. Give me us a target. Let's get to fighting.
Well,
Show us a target.
what is it now?
Give me something to do.
Get on.
Brilliant. Let's get to fighting.
What is it now?
Wait
Show
till
us
you
a
see
target.
me back.
Well,
Let's get
My
to
aid
fighting.
required.
what?
Show us a target. Let's get to fighting.
What ails you?
Wait till you see me
Under
back.
siege. What?
Show us a target.
Well, where do you want us? Fine. To battle. For glory.
Give me
Let's get to
something to do.
fight. What? What do you need?
Time to go. I'll take care of it. Time to go. Wait till you see me back.
To battle.
Is my aid
Let's get to fight.
Yes, my lord.
You need to find him.
Our allies' town
Give
is
me
under
something to
siege.
do.
of course?
More word.
Get on.
Wait till you see me back.
Or he's going to find you.
Show us a target.
I've only I was level 6 in the Archmage.
Aye. Give me something to do. Let's get to fighting.
Get on.
As you wish.
Give me something to do. Aye.
What is it? Get on. What is
Wait
it?
till you see me back.
Get on.
What ails you?
Give me something to do.
Perfect.
Our forces are under attack.
Someone
Wait till you see me back.
yes, my friend.
What is it?
Wait till you see me back. Let's get to fighting. Show us a target. Wait till you see me back.
Is someone injured?
Require my assistance.
Wait till you see me back.
Right away.
Aye.
Well, I guess I can.
What is
Give me
it?
something to do.
As you wish.
Aye.
Is my aid required?
What is
Wait till you see me
Show us
back.
a target. Require you want us.
Give me something to do.
Well, what? For glory.
Aye.
Require my
What's that? Show us a
What is it? No one else.
Well,
Let's get to fighting.
get on.
Wait till you see me back.
Require my
I'm coming through.
What is it now?
Show us a target. Aye.
Require my
Fuck that up. Do not use mass teleport often enough.
Show us a target. Give me something to do. I'm your shooter. Our forces are under attack.
Yes, my friend.
Let's get to doing.
That's our last building here.
Wait till you see me back.
What is it now?
Is someone
Require my assistance.
Wait till you see me back.
Get on.
Righto.
Aye.
Get on.
Forces are under attack. Brilliant.
Well,
Aye. Give me something to do. Aye.
what ails you?
well,
Wait till you see me back.
get on. To battle.
Give me something to do. I'm coming through. Out of the way. Brilliant. Let's get to fighting. Wait till you see me back.
Is someone injured?
Get on.
Let's get to fighting.
What
Give
is
me
it?
something to do.
For
Wait
glory.
till you see me back. Show us a target.
What ails
Aye. Give me something to do.
you? Is someone injured?
What is it now?
Yes, my friend.
Get on.
Aye. Out of the way.
What is it now? Perfect. What? For glory.
Let's get to fighting. Give me something to do.
Well,
Aye. Show us a target. Hello. We'll do it in a jiffy.
get on.
What ails you?
Well,
Show us a target.
what is it now?
Wait till you see me in action. Let's
Aye.
get to fighting. Brilliant. Show us a target.
What is
You're gonna have to stand and guard there. To be honest, the paladin can just finish it anyway, which he's gonna do in a second. What can you do? Well, I did my bit. I can't do much more than that. Good game. GG.